Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4 on this Friday. Charlotte Deleste in for Susan Simon. Good to see you again.
Good to be here.
Actually, I just saw you in the newsroom.
Yeah. It's always good to see you, no matter what.
Officially this way. Here's what's making news on this Friday. There is a chance of severe weather this afternoon and evening. We'll have the latest from the News 3 Now Weather Center.
And 2 people are dead after a car sped off from a traffic stop early this morning in Sun Prairie.
And search and rescue crews in Rock County are searching for a missing young girl who fell into the Rock River. Let's take a look outside on this Friday. Kind of humid out there today.
It certainly is.
Gray. Seems warm and less humid for the weekend, though.
It feels like summer.
Yeah, it is. It's like almost July. Chris Reese is over in the Weather Center keeping an eye on the radar. Some strong weather out there, Chris.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. We did have one severe thunderstorm. That has since expired as we've gone through the last couple of minutes, but that was just towards the southwest of Madison, particularly closer to Grant County and Platteville. We zoom in on the storm right now. You still have a little bit of the heavier rain that's moving towards Platteville and Highway 151 as we speak. That'll continue to push on towards the south and east. I want to loop this back, though, over the past hour. Watch how the lightning was really up there in terms of lightning count. And really, we've seen the lightning kind of dwindle over the past couple of minutes. That is how you know that this particular storm is at least weakening for now. But there are other storms out there that we'll continue to keep an eye on. This particular one, though, as it continues to move towards the east, it'll start impacting other communities, such as Mineral Point here as we go through the next couple of minutes. By about 4:30, we'll find that in Darlington towards New Glarus just after 4:45. But there are more storms that we will continue to track as we go through the rest of this afternoon and evening. One area I'm watching is right in here where we're starting to see a little bit of a bowing segment there, and that'll push towards the south and east. We still have at least a little bit of time with that. That being said, this is the live Queen Bee Radio Sky Camera right now over Platteville as that heavier rain continues to move in there. We'll watch that as we continue to watch these thunderstorms throughout the afternoon and evening. What we're mainly going to be looking for is the potential of some high winds. Isolated tornadoes will be possible. Hail will be possible, but wind is going to be the main threat. We'll keep you up to date with the full first warn forecast throughout the show.
All right, Chris will check back as needed. We start with breaking news just into the Channel 3000 Alert Center. Federal prosecutors have announced federal charges against 28-year-old Devonray Johnson. He's a well-known protest organizer who was arrested outside Cooper's Tavern earlier this week and sparked destructive protest Tuesday night. He's being charged with attempting to obtain money and property by consent induced by threatened use of force, violence, and fear. He allegedly was joined by 2 others who made threats to downtown businesses that their windows would be broken if business owners didn't send money to Johnson's Venmo account and provide free food and beer to him and his associates. We'll have more on this on channel3000.com. A crash in Sun Prairie early this morning left 2 dead and 2 in the hospital.
The Wisconsin Department of Justice has taken over the investigation, and our Jamie Perez shares the details of what unfolded leading up to the crash.
Right, well, officials say this originally started as a traffic stop. When the officer pulled the car over and tried to get out to approach the car, they said that that's when the car sped off really fast, and then it ended up crashing about 3 blocks down at a Quick Trip parking lot at the corner of Ruby and Main Street. And then they said the car caught on fire. Law enforcement officers and witnesses started doing CPR, but 2 of the 4 people in that car died from their injuries. The driver was taken to the hospital for treatment along with 1 other passenger. Now, the officers involved have been placed on administrative leave, which is part of the department's protocol in an officer-involved death. The investigation is being taken up by the DOJ, so we will provide you more information once that investigation concludes, and then we have that available.
Jamie, thank you. Wisconsin is seeing a dramatic increase in the number of COVID-19 cases. 6% of tests within the last 24 hours came back positive. More than 430 new cases were reported today. Dane County this morning announced another large increase of 96 cases.
The coronavirus is spreading rapidly in the southern and western U.S., including 3 of the most populous states. Florida's coronavirus numbers are spiking today. The state reported nearly 9,000 new cases. That's a record amount. The previous high of 5,500 came just 2 days ago. Texas is seeing a similar surge in infections. A day after saying that the state's reopening would pause, Governor Greg Abbott ordered bars closed and imposed new restrictions on restaurants. In Houston and elsewhere, hospitals are nearly full. The Texas Medical Center says its ICU beds are already full.
Anything in between, staying home, or what's currently happening is a gamble and an experiment on our own people.
Texas and Florida were among the first states to relax their social distancing and stay-at-home rules. California moved more slowly, yet its COVID-19 totals are also rising. The CDC says the actual number of coronavirus cases is probably 10 times higher than the number who've tested positive. That would mean roughly 25 million Americans have been infected.
The White House Coronavirus Task Force met in public today for the first time in 2 months amid an alarming escalation in the coronavirus pandemic. The development comes as President Trump asked the Supreme Court to strike down the Affordable Care Act, which millions of Americans depend on for coverage. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
As you can see, we are facing a serious problem in certain areas.
In the first public briefing in nearly 2 months, Vice President Pence and members of the Coronavirus Task Force acknowledged surging cases in a number of states.
As we are reminded, as we see cases rising across the South, that we still have work to do.
If we want to end this outbreak, really end it, and then hopefully when a vaccine comes and puts the nail in the coffin, we've got to realize that we are part of the process.
The vice president says he'll visit some of the hot spots, including Texas, Arizona, and Florida. Still, the Trump administration maintains it's now better prepared to handle the surge.
The reality is we're in a much better place.
Task force officials urge the public, especially young people, to follow safety measures such as wearing masks. But the vice president defended President Trump's decision to move forward with large rallies.
We're creating settings where people can choose to participate in the political process, and we'll continue to do that.
Amid the pandemic, the Trump administration is once again taking aim at the Affordable Care Act, asking the Supreme Court to strike it down. The Trump administration filed an 82-page brief 1 hour before a midnight deadline. The brief argues that the law is unconstitutional after Congress ended one part of the statute. Lawmakers eliminated the tax penalty for those who don't buy health insurance.
If you have a pre-existing condition, you will no longer have the benefit of access to quality care. And the list goes on of the benefits that it would overturn.
Speaker Pelosi is expected to bring up a bill next week designed to strengthen the Affordable Care Act. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
The Supreme Court is expected to hear arguments on the case during its next term in the fall. A decision is not likely until 2021.
A political fight is raging once again around women's health care. In the week since Planned Parenthood clinics received more than $80 million from the government's Paycheck Protection Program, a controversy over those funds continues to simmer. When the coronavirus pandemic hit, Planned Parenthood's clinics needed a lifeline, so the health care centers applied for assistance under the Paycheck Protection Program. Amanda Skinner's Planned Parenthood of Southern New England was one of at least 37 affiliates to receive PPP loans from the $669 billion federal relief program.
Was it the difference between you staying open and having to shut your doors?
This loan was a critical part of our ability to continue to provide services.
But now the Small Business Administration is asking for the money back, saying the agency has preliminarily concluded that the clinics were ineligible for PPP loans because of their close affiliation to the National Planned Parenthood organization. Senate Republicans against abortion rights, including Louisiana's Bill Cassidy, have taken the SBA's findings a step further. Cassidy, along with 20 other senators, including Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, requested Attorney General William Barr investigate Planned Parenthood's participation in the program. The recovery search continues for a 9-year-old girl at Monterey Dam in Janesville.
Madeline O'Neill is live at the Rock River with the latest. Maddie?
We're seeing search boats out on the river. Drones have arrived. We've seen searchers walking in the more shallow parts of this river because Rock County Sheriff's officials tell us that traditional diving is made really difficult in part by the really quick current here. So that's why earlier today there were efforts to slow that current down, including closing a couple nearby dams and putting large obstacles into the river. Now, after getting a good search of the area of interest, they moved the search, expanding it to other parts of the river. This search began after a call came in after 7 p.m. last night, ended early this morning because of limitations in the darkness, according to police, and picked back up around 8 a.m. today. Janesville police tell us the 9-year-old girl they're searching for and a boy had gone in the water last night when a man and woman nearby fishing saw them struggling. The woman was able to get the boy out of the water, but police say the girl got lost in the river.
This lady really is a hero, but it's going to be difficult for her too. She did what she could. She should be totally praised for her actions.
The missing girl's uncle tells us family members have come from all over to support each other during this. He says they'll be here until his niece is found.
A bright individual, smart, super smart, can teach you how to work a computer, can teach you how to do any and everything, like super smart, a real bright person. Like, that's my niece.
Janesville police tell us that the river, especially at this point, is usually dangerous with a current that can pin a swimmer down. Officials tell us they'll be here searching until nightfall tonight, back early tomorrow morning if need be, saying that they're committed to finding the girl. We'll have another update tonight at 5.
Madeline O'Neill will see you at 5 o'clock, reporting live from Janesville. Thank you. A man was arrested in Mount Horeb for possession of child pornography. The Mount Horeb Police Department was notified of a possible child pornography possession in April of this year. The investigation led to the search warrant in the 500 block of East Main Street. Officers say 25-year-old Abraham Trueblood was taken into custody. Several electronic devices were taken as evidence for future analysis.
Authorities are investigating after 2 men were killed and 2 railroad workers were injured in a Rock County crash. Officials say the men who died were in a Jeep that struck a Union Pacific work truck that was legally parked along a road in the village of Clinton. That's just east of Beloit. Clinton police say the men in the Jeep died at the scene of the crash. They have not been identified. Both of the railroad workers are expected to be okay.
While Major League Baseball players are slated to return to practice facilities next week, officials with the Milwaukee Brewers say a few of their players have tested positive for COVID-19. During a press conference this morning, Brewers general manager David Stern said a small number of people in the organization had tested positive but were asymptomatic. He didn't say who tested positive or an exact number. Despite professional sports returning, fans are still not allowed at the games. Health officials say sports arenas and fields could be some of the most dangerous places in regards to the spread of COVID-19.
So I put stadiums in the same category as rock concerts, even probably higher perhaps than nursing homes and jails and cruise ships. They're similar because they all congregate settings.
Experts say an outdoor stadium does decrease the risk, but the risk doesn't go away when so many people are together.
Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson says all schools in Wisconsin should open for in-person instruction in the fall, even as the coronavirus pandemic begins to rise again across the state. At an event with the Milwaukee Press Club, Johnson said, quote, "It would be crazy to not completely reopen our school systems." Johnson says children have a low risk of catching the virus in schools, and the results of virtual learning have been mixed.
Well, still to come at 4, the new movie Irresistible opens today in theaters and streaming.
It is a political satire set in Wisconsin, and you may even recognize a few local faces. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan with 0% financing on 13 models for up to 84 months.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no 2 pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles, too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-451-3571 to receive your free Carefree Dental Card information kit.
Where can a healthier heart lead you? For people with heart failure taking Entresto, it may lead to a world of possibilities. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
You may not know them. The coffee shop owner who knows your order. The couple who saves your seats. The family down the street who greets you with a smile. They've been there for you. Now you can be there for them. Donate today and help our friends and neighbors keep their power on.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rose and Rose of Spas, Hot Tubs, and Swim Spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan with 0% financing on 13 models for up to 84 months.
A boy in the UK is raising money for his local hospice after it was hit financially by the coronavirus pandemic.
He's vowed to camp out in his backyard in Devon, England until the lockdown is completely lifted. Max Woosley's neighbor gave him a tent. Now he's using it to fulfill the dying man's wish to have fun and make lots of memories with it. After Max's neighbor and friend Rick died from cancer, Max set off on that adventure, helping the hospice that cared for Rick after its funding was canceled due to the pandemic. So he pitched his tent and vowed to sleep in it every night until the lockdown ended. He's been raising money and documenting his adventure and all of its ups and downs. He's spent at least the last 90 nights outside.
I thought that this would be a good way to help them and support them.
What started as a modest goal of about $100 has ballooned. He's collected more than $10,000. Good for
Way
him.
to camp out.
Yeah. Well, a rough day on Wall Street as the virus surges in Texas and Florida. The Dow Industrials fell 730 points, ending the week at 25,015. The NASDAQ was off 259. The S&P 500 fell 74. Well, it's been almost 5 years since Jon Stewart left The Daily Show, but he's still working to entertain people and make points about U.S. politics.
David Daniel talked with Stewart about his new movie.
The Democrats are getting their asses kicked. We need some way to road test a more rural-friendly message.
If you can't live your principles in the bad times, I guess they aren't principles, they're just hobbies.
Political operatives Steve Carell and Rose Byrne turn a Wisconsin small-town mayoral race into a proxy battle for the country in Irresistible.
I'm gonna make a big deal of this.
It's on here, boys. Game on.
Tons of press, lots of money.
This seems a bit crazy.
Oscar winner Chris Cooper, who tended cattle as a boy, jumped at the chance to work with Carell and show him a thing or two.
Yeah, I spent a day at the dairy farm, and we were dreaming up chores to shoot.
That was your daughter with her arm up the cow?
Steve Carell's uneasiness with the dairy cattle was gold.
Writer-director Jon Stewart had more than just a fish-out-of-water tale in mind.
You could see media people, you could see political consultants going, I think this town is the answer.
But Diana, played by Mackenzie Davis, has questions.
So when they go low, we go higher incrementally in relation to how low they went.
Regrettably, yes.
When they go low, we go almost as low, but we feel worse doing it.
This was an attempt to kind of look at the larger powers at play that have taken an electoral system and really removed it from the real day-to-day needs of the citizenry that it purports to be supporting.
All you have is fear.
$20 says I do better with fear than you do with shame.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
This is really just another...
And since the movie is set in Wisconsin, it would only seem natural to have some Wisconsin people featured in it. including Eric, Frankie, and Charlotte.
Last summer, it was July 15th, actually. Last summer, director Jon Stewart wanted to have a couple of local newscasters in the movie to report on the latest developments in his fictitious mayoral election. So he sent us a script along with a clip to be included in our report. And Jon actually watched what we were doing on FaceTime through Jessica Arp's phone to make sure it was exactly as he wanted it.
More local news tonight out of Deer Luck, and former Marine Colonel Jack Hastings announcing today that he's running for mayor as a Democrat.
He'll be going toe-to-toe with incumbent Mayor Billy Braun. News 3 Now was at his campaign announcement.
So, I am Colonel Jack Hastings, and I'm running for mayor.
Hastings is a retired Marine who served for 25 years and a familiar figure in Deer Locken. While Braun may have an incumbent's advantage, political insiders say Hastings is likely to give him a run for his money.
Happening now, a major backup.
So yeah, that was the big thing. So this is us talking to Jon afterwards on FaceTime, and he seemed quite happy with how we performed. We were asking him, like, do you want us to do accents? Because we could do a variety. He's like, nope, just be yourself. So yeah, we heard this afternoon because we didn't know if we actually made the cut.
It in, right?
So we just found out this afternoon from our film critic Will Lober that we actually are in the movie.
Do we have proof of that?
Well,
I guess we will on Monday.
I now have an IMDb page, apparently, I was told.
So
that's
and you're in the credits?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
It is.
And you got paid, too.
I did get paid. So, but that was a good thing.
So check it out online.
Yes.
It's $19.99 because it's a new movie.
It's on a variety of streaming services.
It's on Amazon and all sorts of
Apple
things.
TV and a bunch of other stuff. So.
All right, well, still to come at 4. Dennis, what? You running the camera?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, Dennis was running camera. Still to come at 4, most community fireworks shows are canceled this year.
That is unfortunate, but some people are putting on their own shows with something disastrous happening as a result. We'll have some safety tips after the forecast.
To the beautiful Hinchley Dairy Farm and one of my favorite dairy farmers of all time, Miss Tina Hinchley. It's so good to be out here and celebrating June Dairy Month with you.
I am so thrilled to have this opportunity to share my farm with all of your viewers.
You and your husband took over the farm in 2000 from your in-laws.
Right.
Kind of take us through the journey of what has changed since that time.
We grew a little bit, bits and pieces, just a couple cows at a time. And as we got to the point where our kids were all in college, one of them decided that she wanted to come back to the farm, but she didn't want to be milking cows 9 hours a day. And we looked at technology. We're using technology as it is right now in planting and harvesting, but now we're using it by having our cows milked robotically.
I think this is so cool, and we're going to get to see that. But so the cows actually decide when they want to be milked. How nice is that?
Oh, it's amazing. And it definitely certifies the fact that cows love to be milked. When they go in 5 and 6 times a day, we have got a couple cows that are doing 18 and 19 gallons a day.
Wow.
So their bodies are saying, milk me. And they're able to go in and get milked.
So much to learn June Dairy Month, but if they can just take away one thing, it's what to look for in the grocery store. So pull out your prop.
As you go to the grocery store and you're looking for a way to help Wisconsin dairy farmers, look for this badge. This is going to tell you that this cheese is coming from our amazing cows in Wisconsin, and that's going to support the farmers out here.
Thank you for what you do. For every person out there who drinks the milk and eats the cheese, we thank you.
Oh,
it was lovely to see you.
So much for sharing this with everybody.
I'm Emmy Fink, and you heard it here. You are buzzed into Madison.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. Tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
Take a look at this. And now, it's the locusts.
Of course it is.
Argentina is facing an astonishing locust plague. Millions of these insects have arrived from Paraguay and on their way to Uruguay and southern Brazil. Officials, including the country's national food safety body, are currently working on several ways to control the swarm as it's devouring all the crops. 2020.
And it continues.
It goes, now the locusts.
Great.
And now the storms.
Wow.
That's a lot of locusts.
You know, I'd rather have storms than locusts.
Oh, absolutely.
I think so, too. That's a lot.
I was just about to say I needed to figure out what chapter of 2020 that was from.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Just one of them.
You could write a book about this year.
And no one would believe it.
Yeah, I know. And we're writing books in the weather department, too, just tracking all of the thunderstorms headed our direction. We've got our next round of thunderstorms getting ready to increase in Madison. I'm timing those out. We'll let you know when you can expect those in just a few minutes.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinen.
Dr. Anthony Fauci says the next few weeks will be critical in the United States' effort to control the spread of COVID-19. The last 5 days here in Dane County show how right he is. The number of new cases is alarming. Let the debate over why more people are testing positive continue. We could all agree that if the trend keeps growing, efforts to phase in reopening will suffer a serious and very uncomfortable setback. There are a lot of competing pressures, but for the most part, none of them matter if this thing spins out of control. We know what works. Limit trips out of the house. Stay distanced. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. This has slowed or stopped the spread in other places in the world. Please try to commit to that again. If we do, we can continue to look ahead. If we don't, we continue to slide back.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
If you buy a 2020 Volkswagen today, you'll get 2 years or 20,000 miles of scheduled carefree maintenance, 3 years or 36,000 miles of 24/7 roadside assistance, 4 years or 50,000 miles bumper-to-bumper limited warranty, 5 years of connected services. And for 6 years, you won't have paid any interest. Down the road, you'll be grateful you bought a Volkswagen today.
If you have a fear of overpaying, you have FOOP. But don't worry, US Cellular has your back with the Samsung Galaxy S25G. Free when you switch, plus no activation fees. Stream without disruption, capture and post without restriction, and do it all without FOOP. Switch and get a free Samsung Galaxy S25G at US Cellular. Choose fair.
About $99 prescription sunglasses. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
The 70th Annual Madison Area Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, featuring newly constructed homes in 5 of Dane County's most sought-after neighborhoods. The newest trends, tech, and designs. Visit MadisonParadeOfHomes.com for more information.
Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
We've been keeping tabs on the severe thunderstorms all afternoon long. Right now, we don't have any active severe thunderstorm warnings over the state, but we do have a lot of lightning and thunder. That is for sure. So here's high-resolution Doppler right now. I want to focus in on this storm in particular. This just moved through Grant County. It was severe, but that severe thunderstorm warning was able to come down, but that's still going to be pushing towards the south and east. Communities like Darlington, you'll be getting in on that as we go through about the next 3 to 5 minutes here. And then eventually that starts to work its way into northern portions of Illinois. Here's the next line that I'm watching. This has moved through the Dells. It is knocking on the door for our friends in Sauk City and Prairie du Sac right now. This is starting to move into northern portions of Dane County here. So Mazomanie and Black Earth, you're getting in on this as this starts to push towards the south and east. There are more communities that'll be impacted. Monona, it should be arriving by about 5:09 there. Same for our friends in Sun Prairie. Middleton, this will be in Middleton as we go through about the next 25 minutes or so. Same for our friends up in Waunakee. But here's the overall picture. One area that I'm watching in particular, which will likely be good news for a lot of us sitting at home watching this right now, is the tail end of this as it starts to move into northern portions of Illinois. Already we see some isolated storms starting to pop up there. But that's where you begin to run into the greatest instability. We've had a lot of clouds and rain here today, but they had a little bit more sunshine just to our south in parts of northern Illinois. So we'll be watching that area closely because the ingredients are there for some of the strongest storms. That's the area that is in what was known as a warm sector. Earlier this morning, we had some showers. That was a warm front that came through. We are there now. The cold front is back towards the west. As that pushes south and east, that's why we have that chance for the stronger thunderstorms. It'll continue to push southeast as we go through tonight, and then eventually that's well south of us by the time we begin to move into the day tomorrow. We'll see some lingering cloud cover, but ultimately things are getting ready to dry out. Here's a live look at Platteville right now. Speaking of drying out, they just had a really heavy shower move through. Now we're starting to see the skies clear on the backside of that there, but for us here in Madison, the heavy rain is still around and it's getting ready to pick up and really get heavy as we go through the next couple of minutes here. This moves out by the time we get you towards about 8 o'clock or so, and then eventually we'll see those overnight lows move down into the 60s. We'll call it 65 for the overnight low. Then tomorrow we'll see more sunshine and temperatures that top out into the middle 80s for those highs. And the weekend as a whole is going to be one that stays dry. So get out on the lake this weekend. There are 3 lakes that have at least one beach that is closed. But for the most part, all beaches around the area are certainly open. And you're going to want to be getting to beaches soon because next week, it's not about the thunderstorm chances anymore. It's about the ridge of heat that's starting to build into parts of the country. We're going to feel that here in the upper Midwest. Our average highs at this point are typically right around 81 to 82. This is where they begin to level off. We're going to be staying above that, closer to the 90-degree mark, really just about all 10 days of that extended forecast, especially though Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Those are the days where we'll be around 88. That goes into Friday as well. Each and every day is going to be very humid. Your 4th of July weekend looks primarily dry but humid with an afternoon chance of showers and thunderstorms as well.
So the thunder we're hearing now is the prelude to the big stuff.
It really is, yeah.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you, Chris. With many annual fireworks canceled around the country because of the pandemic, health experts are worried there will be more injuries as people try to put on their own shows.
Elise Preston has more on what you need to know to stay safe.
Josh Baker knows the dangers of fireworks all too well, working as a firefighter EMT in Central Florida. 4 years ago, he lost his thumb after a mortar exploded in his hand.
It was pointing towards the whole group of people. I just reached down to pick it up.
With fireworks shows around the country canceled due to the pandemic, safety officials are concerned there will be a spike in firework injuries this summer. An Orlando health survey found 2 out of 5 Americans are planning home displays. Many say the coronavirus prompted them to buy fireworks for the first time.
Burns and abrasions to the eyes that can result in blindness. A lot of people suffer eardrum rupture just from the boom of the firework exploding.
Orthopedic surgeon Dr. Elizabeth Gibson has treated patients injured by fireworks.
You can have fractures, you can have digits that are no longer attached to the hands. They can be really devastating injuries.
10,000 people were treated in the emergency room for fireworks-related injuries last year.
12 people also died, according to the Consumer Product Safety Commission. If you plan to use fireworks, never let young children play or light fireworks, including sparklers. They can burn at 2,000 degrees. Never try to relight or pick up a firework that is malfunctioning, and have a bucket of water or hose nearby just in case. Josh has had more than 15 surgeries. Doctors attached his big toe to where his thumb used to be.
And it can happen in a blink of an eye. And sometimes you won't be as lucky as I am, and it'll change your life forever.
He hopes others get the message and leave fireworks to the professionals. Elise Preston, CBS News.
It's also important to make sure fireworks are legal where you live and only purchase fireworks that are for consumer use, not professional use.
Dogs are happy.
Yes, very much so.
Without the big fireworks, but the neighborhood ones are not good either. Yeah, be careful out there. We'll be right back.
Your local Monk's Bar and Grill is open for dine-in guests and convenient takeout. Come visit Monk's and enjoy award-winning apps, burgers, and more while dining safely with us. Visit monksbarandgrill.com to order online and easily view our menus.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
We've got the power. The Power Centers of Madison. Our highly trained service department has the power to keep your equipment running like new. We service all makes and models, from minor tune-ups and maintenance to major overhauls. Our certified mechanics can get your equipment up and running quickly. If you like to fix it yourself, between the two stores, we have the parts you need. At the Power Centers of Madison.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
Now every hybrid vehicle in Toyota's lineup is available with 0% financing. With fewer stops for gas, Toyota hybrids give you the confidence to go farther. And with 0% financing, Toyota hybrids are even more thrilling. Enjoy more freedom in a Toyota hybrid. See your Toyota dealer or shop and buy online.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
Your local Monk's Bar and Grill is open for dine-in guests and convenient takeout. Come visit Monk's and enjoy award-winning apps, burgers, and more while dining safely with us. Visit monksbarandgrill.com to order online and easily view our menus.
Tonight at 5, positive cases of coronavirus are continuing to surge across the U.S., including right here in Dane County. What health officials are saying, that's at 5.
The severe weather threat will end later this evening, along with the chances for thunderstorms. Warm and slightly less humid weather will be here for the weekend. My forecast at 5.
And ahead at 6, a family spokesperson is sharing information about how to help a woman recover from burns from a downtown attack being investigated as a hate crime. Coronavirus is changing how car makers launch new vehicles, and none is as crucial to a company's bottom line as the Ford F-150 pickup.
It's been the best-selling vehicle in the U.S. for more than 40 years, but never unveiled like this. Chris Van Cleve got behind the wheel virtually.
Coronavirus forced a digital debut for America's bestseller. The new 2021 Ford F-150 pickup rolled into view online. Ford's Todd Eckert.
Right, this is a very unusual way to roll out a key vehicle.
Well, I would say that it's an unusual way of life for everybody right now. And so you just have to adjust. This is the first time that we've done something like this from a virtual only basis.
Arriving in dealerships this fall, the F-150 gets a new body. And a first for large pickups, an available hybrid version Ford hopes will give drivers 700 miles on a tank of gas. Also, an optional built-in generator that could power up to 28 refrigerators. There's new technology, a trailer reverse guidance system, and the ability to receive over-the-air system updates. Inside, a focus on comfort, more storage, a larger center display. Watch here how the center console turns into a desk, and straight out of first class on an airliner, lie-flat sleeper front seats.
The all-new, all-hybrid 2021 Toyota Sienna.
Toyota is among the other car makers unveiling new vehicles virtually.
There's absolutely no playbook right now for launching a vehicle. Everyone is trying to figure out what works.
CNET's Tim Stevens says companies are trying to attract customers after weeks of sagging sales during the pandemic.
With the truck segment as competitive as it is right now, the new Ram is incredibly good. The new Silverado is incredibly good. All the trucks right now are really incredibly good. Ford's got to absolutely nail this launch.
A launch that's key to Ford's future after borrowing more than $20 billion to weather the economic fallout of the coronavirus. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Washington.
Big truck.
Huge.
I like the seats, though. That'd be nice. Okay. Just don't do all your driving. Still to come before the pandemic shuts down a fundraising performance by Sun Prairie's Penguin Project.
It's a theater company for children with special needs, but Michael Bruno says the show must go on. We'll be behind the screens when Live at 4 continues.
If you like hot food and cold beer, don't we all? We have found your place. Now this is what warm weather is all about. Cheers to you.
Gross.
We are here today at Rookies in Mazomanie. Dave Boyer joins me. Now, fill us in on the story of Rookies, why I removed my umbrella and have a little sip.
Rookies was started about 17 years ago. Steve Schmidt owns Rookies. He also owns the Shoebox in Black Earth and the Madison Mallards.
You guys have the best spot, right off of Highway 14, a ton of traffic, and they're iconic for this beautiful wiffle field behind us that the kids are so, knocking every ball out of the park. How fun is it for you to have this be your place of work?
Oh, it's a blast. Every day it's so much fun to come to work, especially in the summertime when we have groups, kids' birthday parties, bachelor parties. People just have so much fun playing wiffle ball.
If you're going to eat here, what's the best thing to get?
We smoke all our own meats, so we have a great brisket and pulled pork, fantastic ribs.
Oh,
Give that a try.
This looks incredible. Brisket?
It's prime rib. It's our smoked prime rib. We have the first Wednesday of every month.
That's what I'm talking about. I think it's unique that you find a place like this that has great food, has the bar environment, has 29 TVs if you want to come and watch a game, but also is so family friendly. They usually don't coincide, and it works here.
It does. We try very hard to be a place that anyone can go to and have a good time. Oh, by the way, Emmy, we also do catering. Give us a call. You'd be really happy with the service and the quality of the food.
From Rookies! I'm Emmy Fink, and you're buzzed into Madison. Woo!
At Mounds Pet Food Warehouse, we know that no two pets are the same. That's why each of our 5 Southern Wisconsin locations is wall-to-wall with everything you and your pet need, including dog food, cat food, pet beds, thousands of toys, treats, and chews, and supplies for your small animals, birds, and reptiles too. With so many options, finding what you need is easy. You gotta get down to Mounds and see for yourself. Mounds Pet Food Warehouse powers them all. And don't forget your free Mounds candy bar.
When America needed us to build, we built. Masks, ventilators, shields. When frontliners needed support, Ford dealers answered. And now we're open and ready to serve you. With special offers like 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Stop by a Ford dealership or go online. We've made it safer to shop, easier to buy. Now get 0% financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Contact your Ford dealer or stop by today.
It's a tale of lost and found. A fragile 19th century vase was discovered in a remote European country house surrounded by dozens of cats and dogs. It's a one-of-a-kind. It's a delicate and intricate vase made by a master craftsman for an emperor. The vase was formerly owned by two collectors who passed it down in the family and was last seen 60 years ago until now. Wow. Somehow the dogs and cats in the elderly woman's home didn't damage this priceless vase. Well, actually, there is a price. It's expected to fetch between $9 and $12 million at auction.
Wow.
With dogs and cats right here. Wow, it is beautiful.
That is gorgeous, very intricate.
The Penguin Project of the Sun Prairie Civic Theater provides opportunities for young people with special needs to experience the world of theater. If the pandemic wasn't happening, tonight would be the opening night of the Music Man Jr.
As a way of support, the local chapter is hosting a special unopening night tonight, virtually, as a fundraiser. Our Michael Bruno went behind the screens to find out what it's all about.
The Penguin Project was started in 2004 by Dr. Andy Morgan. And he wanted to create a theater where kids of all abilities are celebrated. And we started our program in 2016. And we started with Annie Jr. And since then, we've done Guys and Dolls. We've done Schoolhouse Rock. Last year, we did Wizard of Oz Jr. And then this year, it would have been the Music Man Jr.
All right, Pee-wee, it's just you and me.
The artists are kiddos with special needs, and they are paired with a peer mentor of roughly their same age. And the peer mentors work with the artists the whole time. They help them with their lines, with their choreography. If the artist is comfortable in their stage presence and everything, the mentors just back off and they let the artist shine. And that's their whole job, is to, you know, make the artist succeed. And that's the fun of the program.
We are putting together a virtual event and a virtual fundraiser. People can go online and order tickets and be in their pajamas and eat their bowl of popcorn and watch a short video that we've put together, which is a compilation of our artists, our mentors, some of the pictures we took in the early rehearsals we were able to get in. It is just an opportunity to celebrate our penguins, our artists, and all the people, all the volunteers, everybody who's a part of the program. It's just such an amazing collaboration, and that we wanted to be a part of that, even if we weren't actually opening the curtain tonight.
How many kids were involved in this particular cast?
Right now, we had 42 artists and almost 50 mentors that were signed up, so almost 100 kiddos. You know, one of the things that we tried to do, Michael, was keep the kids involved, even though we couldn't actually be at rehearsals, because we knew how much of a connection and how important those connections were with our artists and mentors. And so one of the things that we did, virtual dance parties, and we did virtual check-ins with our mentors, and we talked to our mentors, and they just really took the ball and rolled with it. And they were able to check in with their artists in many, many different ways. And we were just so proud of our mentors for, you know, how they took that challenge and really excelled at it.
Have a wonderful virtual opening night, and I'm sure that, you know, once people see the Penguin Project, that they'll, you know, be waiting to come back and see it next year when you get back on the virtual boards again.
I really like being on the stage.
What a great project.
I love this, Michael.
Michael's here now.
It's such a great company, and it's tonight at 7 o'clock. So you can buy a virtual ticket virtually online and help support the company, because they want to bring it back on stage next season.
All right, 7 to 9 on this group's Facebook page. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Be good, guys. Be safe.
Thank you both.
Let's go over to Chris. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for Dane County.
Yeah, that is right. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Dane County that also includes parts of Iowa County. And here it is right here. The strongest part of the storm is right along Highway 14 between Mazo-Maney, Black Earth, and Cross Plains. That's going to work its way towards the south and east as we go through time. I do expect this storm to begin to impact places like Middleton, Madison, Fitchburg, and Verona as well as we go through the next couple of minutes. I've been watching the lightning count really begin to increase on this. And again, there's rain out there now. It's not all that heavy, but here is where some of the heaviest rain is, just towards the north and west. That will continue to work its way towards the south and east. We're going to be watching the rotation on this as well, just to see if we need to be concerned about tornadoes. Treat it as such. Make sure that you are going indoors, away from windows, that lowest level of your home. As we continue to watch the storm, we'll see more thunderstorms throughout the afternoon. We'll keep you guys up to date.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Your bank can be virtually any place you are. You can deposit checks from here, and you can see your transactions and check your balance from here, and pay bills from here. Because your bank isn't just one place. It's virtually any place you are. Just download and use the Chase mobile app. Visit chase.com/mobile.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. And I'm too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
The Leadership Development Program is designed for people who at some point intend to become supervisors. It would open the doors for you for a lot of different types of positions where you're going to have people reporting to you. The number one reason I would say students should come to Blackhawk Tech is that they're going to get a great education from great instructors who understand, make the learning more applicable to them, a real quality education at a very reasonable cost.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Hot and humid, steamy and sticky, however you want to put it. Chris is tracking one of the warmest weekends of the year.
And we'll take you behind the scenes of the new Concerts on the Square series, which kicked off this week.
See you Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
We'll tell you about a fundraiser to help local musicians affected by the pandemic.
And Will Loper looks at the new Jon Stewart movie, Irresistible, which is set in Wisconsin. That's Monday at 4.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan with 0% financing on 13 models for up to 84 months.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
I didn't choose this exact type of metastatic breast cancer, but I did pick Clarity by knowing I have a treatment that goes right at it.
Discover Piqray, a treatment that specifically targets PIK3CA mutations in HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC. Piqray is taken with fulvestrant after progression on hormone therapy and helps people live longer without disease progression. Do not take Piqray if you've had severe allergic reactions to it or any of its ingredients. Piqray can cause serious side effects, including severe allergic and skin reactions, high blood sugar levels and diarrhea that are common and can be severe, and pneumonitis. tell your doctor right away if you have symptoms of severe allergic reactions or high blood sugar while taking Piqray. Your doctor will monitor your blood sugar before and during treatment, and more often if you have type 2 diabetes. Before starting, tell your doctor if you have a history of diabetes, skin reactions, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Common side effects include rash, nausea, tiredness, weakness, decreased appetite, mouth sores, vomiting, weight loss, hair loss, and changes in some blood tests. Ask your doctor about Piqray.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, Baca Enterprises is truly humbled and thankful to all of our employees, residents, families, and vendors for their patience and cooperation.
Our employees have gone above and beyond with sanitation efforts, altering their daily routines, all while spreading joy and happiness throughout our community.
As you look forward to the future, Beaver Dam Assisted Living will be here for you.
To provide a sense of security and to provide comfort by keeping you safe and healthy.
Together, we're moving forward to help you live life with confidence. Call today to schedule your tour.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rose and Rose of Spas, Hot Tubs, and Swim Spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. Nissan is offering non-stop routes to summer.
And now is the best time to get into a new Nissan with 0% financing on 13 models for up to 84 months.
We all know that giant pandas are black and white, but not necessarily.
It's time for Lola and Louie's latest edition of the News Hounds Now update.
It's News Hounds Now Update with Lola and Louie.
This week on the News Hounds Now update, a kissing baby seal.
A baby hippo goes deep.
And a baby gorilla bonds with mom.
But first, behold, a rare brown and white giant panda. This is Kazai enjoying some snacks. He is the world's only captive brown giant panda. The 11-year-old weighs 265 pounds and eats some 88 pounds of fresh bamboo shoots every day, as well as other fruits. That's a lot of bamboo.
The Belgian Zoo showed off its one-day-old baby gorilla to the public this week. The baby, whose gender is not yet known, was seen nursing on Mom Mabella, who held onto it protectively. It's the second time that a western lowland gorilla is born at the zoo. The first was born in November of 2018 and is a healthy 1.5-year-old. Western lowland gorillas are critically endangered in the wild. In the past 25 years, their population in nature has fallen by 60%.
Snout first, Gloria the baby hippo took her first tentative steps into the deep pool in her enclosure at a zoo in France. Born on June 7th, the baby had already swum in a smaller interior tank where her mom helped her rise to the surface to breathe. But this outing was the first in the main enclosure with the deep pool, which is their new home. Gloria, named after the hippo in the DreamWorks movie Madagascar, is the first hippo ever born in France.
Here's some video of a brand new sea lion snuggling with its mama at the Pittsburgh Zoo. If that isn't adorable enough, the snuggling session is sealed with sweet and sloppy sea lion smooches. The kissing pup's sex isn't known yet, but it already has a name. Smiley. Seems perfect.
And finally, it's not a tin roof, but things are heating up. A flock of feisty birds terrorize a cat on a roof in Edmonton, Canada. The orange tabby appears visibly nervous as the screeching magpies and